I've lived in Cheltenham all my life, never been up here, so it's a great experience. I'm sure there's lots of people who've never been up here.
This one's been refurbished. It was refurbished by Cumbria Clocks in 2017.
Yeah.
But the ring of bells that was put on the floor below this was originally put in there in 1834.
Yeah. Okay, there's the manufacturer's name on there. See if you can get that
On the dial.
on the dial. It should say J Den.
Den, yeah.
Cheltenham.
JN Den, High Street, Cheltenham.
But,
Okay.
the Cheltenham Horological Society say that he didn't make the clocks. He bought in clock mechanisms and put his own plate on the front of clocks.
Oh, I see.
So,
So this is there's some electronics going on here.
Okay, yeah,
Is
so
there?
this is-
Have you
this
got
is-
your light again, Mike?
this has been converted to electrical wind as opposed to
Yeah.
somebody coming up here once a
One
week.
and winding up. Yeah.
And winding it up.
Nobody wanted that job.
Because I mean the thing is, the clock weights didn't used to be in here.
Okay.
They obviously were at some stage, because here is the box. Okay, at one stage the clock weights went across here, because if you can see, these bit of wood, right? These are the very old clock weights.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Stone.
Well, I think they're probably on stone.
Concrete.
And this was the falling box.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
used to have a falling box.
Yes,
Filled with sand, so that if it came down, if the cable broke,
Yeah.
it didn't go straight through the floor. 1911, there was a hurricane, and the spire blew down. Okay, now it's a brooch spire, and in order to strengthen the spire, on the floor below, you will see that they've inserted a very, very slim, reinforced concrete support.
So now we've come across town to St Paul's Road, right across the other side of town from Suffolk's. What's this church here then?
Well, you'll see the church down the road there, Mike. That's St Paul's Church, built between 1829 1831 by the famous Reverend Francis Close. Francis Close was the Reverend there at the church, the parish church in Cheltenham. Much feared by a lot of people, but he did a lot of good for the town. He built a lot of the churches and a lot of the schools. He tried to ban the horse racing in the theatre, but we won't talk about that today. So this is St Paul's, built by voluntary subscription actually. So people donated money to build the church, and the land it was on was owned by Joseph Pitt. Pitt as in Pittville. Joseph designed a little town, well, a big town actually, as we now know as Pittville. And the church was designed by the well-known architect John Forbes, who again has designed quite a few buildings around Cheltenham.
Right. I wonder if this clock's working.
It seems to be no, it's not. This one's not working. I wonder whether it goes or not.
Oh well, that's something else we've got to find out. Well, I know this building. Here we are on the High Street, and we're right by Cobbler's Corner, known to all Cheltonians, this one.
Yeah, quite a famous landmark, this one, Mike. And Cobbler's Corner, people do come and bring their shoes here, but before that, it was a tobacconist's.
Yes, I think I remember that.
Yeah, let's look at above the door there. You'll see the windows, the sort of stained glass windows. It mentions cigars and tobacco, etc.
Well, I found a picture on the Wilson Museum and Art Gallery website, which shows this as the premises of Den's the clockmaker.
Oh right, okay, yeah, it was John Den who was responsible for making these clocks that Judith Thompson wanted made.
Yeah, and the clock at the Minster.
And the original clock, of course, yeah.
And in the background of the picture, I can see another clock hanging up, and I think that was called the town clock, was it?
The town clock, yeah, the town clock that, you know, back in those days, of course, a lot of people wouldn't have had watches or pocket watches, didn't know the time, so they relied on these clocks around the town. So they're very, very important. And that clock was there for 130 years above the high street there. Sadly, it lost its support beam, and they had to take the clock down in 1958.
And where is that clock now?
Don't know.
So now we've got 2 missing Cheltenham clocks to find. I wonder if anybody else knows where they are.
I wonder.
I'm out in Cheltenham on a wet afternoon, and we come to the end of our film, and in conclusion, we still don't know what happened to the clock from St. John's. Was it sold? Is it still ticking? We don't know what happened to the town clock. Is that still around somewhere? We know that the clock at St. Paul's is still there, although it's not working, and also the clock at St. James, which is now Zizi's restaurant, that's still there, not working. But I suppose even a stop clock is right twice a day. So if anybody knows what happened to these clocks, do let us know. Contact us through the Civic Society. But there are some lovely clocks still in the town, like this one behind me. This is the clock on the tower of St. Luke's, which you see as you come up St. Luke's Road. And here's just a few of the other clocks around the town. Thank you for watching.